Andalicious 2006. Shouldn't you be Andalicious 2008? Anyway, Andalicious 2006 writes, "Who should I vote for? I hear all about McCain and Obama and all the things they promised to do, but who's trustworthy? With whom is my vote really going to make a difference? And what was that with Paris Hilton? I didn't know her IQ of a doorknob helped her understand politics. Isn't that hot?" Who should you vote for, Andalicious 2008? Well, if you want to know which president to pick, you might have to look at their running mate. Even though vice president is like a do-nothing job. I mean do nothing. Like, okay, next to nothing. We'll get to that later. I find it interesting how the qualifications of vice presidents seem to be so hotly contested in this election. You know, the vice president used to just be that guy who stood behind the president and got his job when he kicked it. Now there's all this media attention and mudslinging and talk about credentials, and it just seems like a lot of attention for somebody who just doesn't do anything. So what does the vice president do? I'm going to go look it up. Nothing. Well, next to nothing. The VP gets a vote if the Senate's deadlocked, and the VP becomes president, you know, if the president stops being president. By assassination, resignation, or just plain kicking it. And not with your homies. We mean the bucket. Now, McCain is no spring chicken. If the article I read was telling the truth, he's had melanoma at least 4 times. Then there's the whole age-related stroke heart attack thing. I mean, the longer he lives, the more likely it is he's gonna die. Wait, that's true for everybody. I think. So will he make it the next 4 years? I don't know. I might not. Not to be outdone, people have started suggesting that Obama might be assassinated. After all, he's a black man with an Arabic-sounding name trying to be president. That makes him the enemy to certain crazy people with guns out there. You can always find those, especially right around the president. Roger. Yeah, I guess that could be a shooter. We'll take him out, just to be safe. So even though it's a high-paid, do-nothing job, people are seriously taking a deeper look at vice presidents and their daughters, as if they expect them to take office 2 weeks after the president does. Like take over the office 2 weeks after the president does. I solemnly swear to leave behind this do-nothing job of ease and luxury and fulfill my responsibilities as America's #1 backup guy. Is that it? Do I have all the power now? There have been 43 presidents. 9 of them were vice president successions. 4 came to the office from assassinations, 4 from death by natural causes, and 1 from resignation. So you can't make your presidential choice based solely on the who's more likely to die theory, because the odds of it going one way or the other are pretty much dead even. Now, I'm not saying that the president's gonna die, except that everyone does, eventually. You mean I gotta stay with this guy till he's dead? You've gotta be kidding. I don't really know if I can tell you which way to go on this issue. I mean, there are a lot of conservatives who are against someone like Hillary taking office, but if they vote for McCain, they might just end up getting a woman president anyway. And all the Obama fans aching for change just might get it. Oops, an old wrinkly white guy in the office. Again. Personally, looking at what both sets of candidates stand for politically, or at least what they claim to stand for this week, I wish I could add just one more option to the ballot. Do-over. And about that whole Paris Hilton thing, I mean, she has way too much money, she's already made dirty tapes of herself, and she's already been to jail. The only thing left is politics.